be grateful for the opportunity I'm about to have with the guys in the room. To be able to end the prayer with just the locker room, just those guys, none of the outside noise like that. It's just incredible. One of my favorite things to do is to pick my head up and look around for a second, because those prayers are where I'm the most grateful. Putting me here, it didn't have to happen. Sitting in the locker room didn't have to be a thing, and being able to bring it up in the prayer and just be grateful for what's in front of me, it's a special moment.
For Jake Retzlaff, a journey deeply rooted not only in football, but also in faith, landed him in perhaps the unlikeliest of places. On a campus of over 35,000 Mormon students, Retzlaff is one of 3 who practices Judaism.
You want to go anywhere to give you a good chance to play in the highest level, of course, and so I looked into BYU deeper. It was appealing from the beginning.
I was more than concerned, just straight, not football-wise, just father-wise. What do you want to do, Jake? Do you know what you're getting involved with? I said, so it's a little bit different than you think.
We knew that I'd be focused on school and football the whole time I was here, and like that was ideal, especially thinking about where you want to go to college, where you want to succeed in college.
He was really single-minded about why he wanted to come here. That's the place that can make me become the best football player I can become.
We've been used to being a minority in the communities that we've lived, so he was used to that, not being like everybody else, and he's made a great job of adapting to the communities that he's been in.
I've known Jake since he was 2 years old. You know, BYU was not a typical college experience. It was a sacrifice in certain ways, but you make lots of sacrifices if you want to pursue dreams. And I think that's what he saw.
Being at BYU, it's easy to keep the main thing the main thing. The best thing for me is those Saturday nights out there. It's so fun doing that no other experience can match that.
Retzlaff throws, caught. Retzlaff fakes the handoff, wide open, touchdown.
He is a fighter. He's a tough kid.
Jake's success on the field has been matched only by the unwavering support of his teammates.
He was just embraced. It wasn't anything different like, ooh, Jake, you know, the JUCO quarterback or the Jewish quarterback, right? He was just one of the boys. He just came right in, and it was so natural and seamless.
And the cool thing about being at BYU is the LDS faith does have an interesting fascination with Jews. In the scriptures, they're referenced more often than not. And so there's a lot of curiosity within them. I might have been the first Jewish guy that some of these guys have met. They would ask me questions, get curious about things, and I would ask the same questions back to them because I'm thrown into the middle of this that I don't know very much about.
He is a person of faith, and this is a faith-based institution. So even though it's Christian and then Judaism, there's still a ton of similarities that you can draw from the values.
What I didn't realize is how much the faith would actually benefit me. And that was like a great surprise when I got to BYU and in my time at BYU. It's just because everything is so centered on faith. It's easy to say now, but the more true I was to myself, the easier it became.
Retzlaff was named BYU's starter in Week 1, the only Jewish Division I starting quarterback in the country. He's led the Cougars to a 5-0 start this season.
Retzlaff gun, the fire for the end zone, Roberts there, touchdown! Retzlaff takes off, and Retzlaff is in!
I never thought about being a Jewish quarterback, I just thought about being a quarterback. And so being where I am now, it's really cool to be a quarterback at this level. And there's a lot of quarterbacks at this level, but there isn't a lot of Jewish quarterbacks, and there's none. It's just me.
I just have nachas, which is a Yiddish word that means like you get joy out of somebody else of what they're doing. We see that with Jake, and I think having somebody who is publicly and proudly Jewish and is in the spotlight, I think feels great for the Jewish community.
There's no way to describe it. To see Jake do this, #1 PFF big play quarterback, I'll burst out in tears right now. To see your son get everything that he ever wanted in a place that loves him this much. That's all I ever wanted.
On the field is where I find so much sanctuary, where I find so much of me feeling God behind me and what I'm doing. I feel like I'm here for a reason. And hopefully somewhere there's a Jewish kid watching, like I can do that too. There's not a lot of Jewish athletes at a high level. That's enough to be out there every Saturday, to do that, to get one kid inspired to do something better than he might have thought he had. I just want to be another beacon of like, all right, somebody else, let's go. Get inspired, and let's do it.